I just want to be conscious about how I spend my day, about how I spend my time, what I do, and what I don't do. I want to be conscious about all that. I know most of the time, some of the times, I'm going to do set things that I want to do, but I want to do it all. I know most of the time I won't finish my to-do list, but I want to be more conscious about it. For me, knowing what I did and what I did not do and why I did not do that, I want to get to that stage where I can be fully accountable for my actions, fully accountable for my deed. I don't want to say it just did not happen, it just went wrong. I don't want to have those statements. What I'm working now actually is trying to build a routine that really works for me, and I'm really thinking about like trying to build systems, to create systems that really work for me and that enables me like to keep doing the things I want to do and to stay accountable for myself. For me, I have people talk about disciplines. For me, I have two main thoughts about discipline. The first is like discipline is doing the things you said you were going to do, even when the emotions in which you said that have far gone away. Like if you said you were going to read a book, and by then you were like so energetic and so motivated about what you were going to do, and now when the time to read the book comes, and now you are in another emotions and you don't feel as doing it. For me, being disciplined is just like saying, "Oh, it's done. I said I was going to do this and I'm going to do this." So you just put down your ass and you just sit and you start doing the thing. But that aspect makes things feel very simple at times, because we plan to do so many things. We often plan to do so many things, but our emotions vary so much. Our emotions vary so much, such that at times you decide to do something, and when that time comes, you're not more in that emotion. Like, that's why I always say at times you just got to be spontaneous and just avoid planning things so much. When you think about doing something, if you have a means to do it, just go out and do that thing. Like, don't plan so much and don't say like, when the time comes, I'm going to do this. Like, for example, if you get up in the morning and you're thinking about reading a book, and on your to-do list it was like maybe to listen to podcasts and so on, but instead of listening to podcasts, you're not feeling as to listen to podcasts, you're feeling more about reading the book. I think the best thing and the wise way to do things is just like to go out and read that book, rather than saying like, okay, now wait till the time I'm going to read the book comes. At times when that time arrives, you are not in that mode of reading that book, and you just like say, what? And you start feeling this burnout and thinking about you're lazy and so on. So they say discipline is doing the things you said you were going to do even when the emotions are far gone. Like, that's true, but at times you just need to be spontaneous and to do the things when you feel as to do them, and don't wait only to do the things when you think about doing them, and don't wait only about your feelings and so on. And I also have this thought of about discipline as like, it's also the aspect of being accountable to yourself. Like, most of the things I said I will do, and some of the things also I don't say I will do. I always find myself mixing up those things, those two things. I've discovered that I don't do most of the things I say I will do, but I do most of the things which I did not say I wanted to do. So what I'm trying to ask myself is like, are the things I'm doing that I did not plan, like, worthy for my goals, for my dreams, and for my vision and so on? And I'm trying to like be accountable to myself, to be able to look at myself on the mirror and say, yeah, you did not do these things because you said you were going to do it. and instead of doing this, you went on and did this other thing. I just want to like have that self-assurance, like to be able to look at myself at the mirror and affirm that yes, I did not do this, and this is the reason why I did not do it. I know I'm not talking about reasons here like to say I was sleeping, I was going out. No, I'm talking more about reasons like to say, okay, I did not maybe read this chapter of page because I was writing this, because I was filming a video, because I was doing this. Like, I just want to be really accountable and to be able to maximize my time to say, okay, I have 24 hours a day. What am I going to do in my 24 hours? What am I going to do, and what are the things I just need to let go? That's why you see mostly I have books where I write everywhere, every day. Like, I just write almost everything, nearly all my day, my struggles, my wins and everything. I just jot them down so I can be able to trace that and to see what is happening. What is happening? Like, I really want to be self-conscious, like life conscious, pardon. I want to know how things are happening around me, how things are going, and why are things going that way. Because I believe, and just as one of my mentors, Jim Rohn, says, that the first way to change something is to know there is something to change. Then you can go and work on it. Like, if you are not conscious about how your life is going, about how things are going around you, then I think you don't even need to start a change, because you can't change what you don't know. You can only change what you know. Oh God, it's hard. Like, thinking about being conscious of all the things you're doing is just like thinking of each time you get up in the morning, you need to ask yourself, okay, after getting up, what am I going to do? And each time you keep asking yourself, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? But I know it's good. It's good because it helps me to have a clearer vision of my day, to have a clearer picture of how my things are going to work in the future if I keep doing it. Because if you just keep doing what you've been doing, like going to bed late, maybe going to bed, getting up without even being accountable to yourself, like looking at your to-do list one day and saying that, okay, today I scratched this and so on. Like, look at my to-do list. Like, you can see there are things here that I crossed. There are things that I crossed, and there are things that I marked, like that I completed. But I want to be able, like, to say to myself, okay, all these things I crossed and that I did not do them, I need to justify them. I need to give them the reasons I did not do them. I'm not giving those reasons like I don't know how to say this. I'm not talking like giving the reasons just to motivate my failure of not doing the things, but I'm talking more about giving the reasons so I can go out and work on them. Like, I always say, like, reasons don't bring result. Like, you can always have 1,000 reasons for not doing something. That I know, and that is true. But I'm talking about, like, trying to show, I don't know how I can put this, but the only word I can use is like reason. Trying to write them down, like why I did not do these things today. Like, for example, here I need to write like why I did not record this video yesterday, and each time I write them down, that prevents me from repeating the same errors. I don't know how I can say this. It prevents me from repeating the same errors. It's not as if I'm just writing reasons of saying that I was not able to read because I was doing this, and you go to bed and the next day I repeat the same thing. I was not able to read because I did this and so on. No. But I'm trying to put down the reasons so it makes the things very clear. So each time I've said to myself, like I say I'm going to do this thing, I need to know one of the reasons I never did this in the past was because I was doing this other thing. So I will now focus on what I'm doing, and when that time comes, I need to avoid doing what I was doing in the past that prevented me from executing my goal, like achieving what I wanted to do. But I want to be life conscious. I want to be time conscious. I want to know what I'm doing and what I'm not doing, really. I don't want to just get up and say, it just happened. It's life. I don't know how it went. I don't know why it happened like this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to use those words. And that goes same to you. That goes same to you. You need to ask yourself at times, what am I doing with my time? What am I doing with my days? Like, how are your days planned, and how are you trying to execute your days? And this just goes with your goals, with your dreams and your vision and everything. Most people are just okay with getting up early in the morning, and that rhymes with their routine, and they're fine with that. So it can be that your day you're just thinking about getting up in the early in the morning every day. That's fine, but you need to know that is what you're doing. Like if I'm going to drink a glass of wine, like for those who do drink alcohol, I just want you to know, like, I'm conscious about what I'm doing. I'm conscious that I'm going out to drink a wine. I don't just want to do things because other people are doing, but I want to know that if I'm doing this, it's because I decided to do it. It's not as if because life just pushed me to do. Because if you're doing things just because life pushed you to do, then I just type of thing like, at long run, you're going to regret those things so much. But if you're doing things consciously, your conscious debate, like you said to yourself that today I'm going to eat a burger. Yeah, you're deciding to do that. I know even not deciding is deciding, but when you're conscious at the level where you do your things and you know you're doing those things, I think that is a good start of change. Like if you're going to eat a burger, and maybe if you've been working hard for your gym and so on, and you decided to eat a burger, but I want you to know, like, yes, I decided to eat a burger, and I'm eating a burger not because life just presented a burger in front of me, but because I decided that, okay, I'm going to do something different today and I'm going to eat a burger. If you decided to go out chill with friends, like, yeah, that's cool and that's fun. But that should be because you decided to go chill out with friends. It shouldn't be just because, like, you were surprised and your friends said, no, you're working so hard, come, let's go. No. But you need to be conscious about what you're doing and what you don't do. Like, if you don't know how your days are going, if you don't have a proper control about how things go in your life, I think someone else is going to live your life. Someone else will be spending your time for you. Someone else will be making decisions for you. Someone else is going to plan your days and so on. But you don't want someone else to plan your days. I heard about something like the worst thing you want to do is to let someone you're not wishing to be like, someone you're not looking up to, plan your days. Can you imagine how those days will be? You live like your years to regret about how the days went on. But you just need to say to yourself, like, I am the masterpiece of my life. I control everything that happens to my life. And I'm ready to take control, to take total control about what I do, what I don't do. I don't want to be those people who say, like, it just happened, I just had no time to do this. At times you look at if when you're working hard on your goals, when you're working hard on your vision, 24 hours is small. Yeah. Most of the time you're going to feel like it's small, but just be conscious about what you do and what you don't do. It's right not to do what you said you were going to do. You're not going to always finish what you said you were going to do. Most of the time you finish, but most of the time you won't finish. If you always finish what you're doing, then I need to really know what you said you were going to do. But each time you're going to move forward by one step. Each time you're going to move forward by one step. Looking at my to-do list of yesterday, so many things I did and so many things I did not do. But why I did not do them, I have all them. I'm not giving excuses. I'm just providing reasons for my things, and just like, not reasons to justify my act, but reasons so I become more conscious for next time. I don't know how I can put this, but I want you to just get, like, it's not only about providing reasons, but it's providing about reasons to avoid you from doing the same errors in the future. It's not providing excuses for not doing your goals, for not going to the gym, for not running, for not reading and so on, but it's trying to provide reasons so next time you don't repeat the same thing. Bro, you gotta be self-conscious with your life. You don't want to let someone live your life. We got to be self-conscious. We got to know what we're doing and what we're not doing. How we're doing, we live our days, how things are going on in our lives. Making a call, I want to know, like, I decided to make this call. I don't want to just make a call because I said, yeah, I saw my phone and I saw a contact, I decided to call that person. No. But I want to be more conscious about how I do my things. Like, each time I call someone, I want to that to be from my own personal decision. Like I said, okay, after this period, I'm going to call you, and I'll call you. Let's have a chat. Greetings, how you doing? I hope you're fine, and so on. Blah 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 blah. And that's brave. You seize on the call. Because I come to think, like, when you don't have control of your life, some of the times you're going to spend your time differently. Because, for example, you just sit up and you get up and you decide to call someone that you never planned to call. And after like 1 minute of the call, you know you have nothing to say, but you still stayed on the call, and 30 minutes gone. You're talking now about different things that you did not plan. And most of those things at times just get you out of your emotions, just get you out of your zone and so on. And after the call, you just ask yourself, shit, why did I call this person and so on? Like, bro, let's just be conscious about the things we do in our lives. I don't know how different I can put this, but I don't know how good I can put this, but you just need to understand what I'm saying. You just need to be self-conscious about your life. I'm not always conscious about myself, about my own life, about my time management and so on, but I'm trying to work as hard as possible to build that, to build more consciousness. For me, that's also part of discipline. Part of discipline is doing the things you said you're going to do, even when the emotions in which you said that are gone. But it's also being conscious about the things you said you're going to do and doing them. And trying as much as possible to work hard on your goals and to accomplish your things. I don't know what you think about, but you got to be self-conscious. Got to be time conscious. Just try to reflect on your life. We're going closer to the year. We're going closer to 2025. To the end of 2025. Just try to reflect more on your life. Try to ask yourself, have I been conscious about my life all this while? What are some of the decisions I made that if I was supposed to make again, I want to do the same? What are some of the things I did not do and that I wanted to do? And why are the reasons I did not do those things? Just ask yourself. Go to take a quiet zone. Just take an environment good for you. Sit there. No one is going to judge you except the person has nothing to do. Just ask yourself, repeat to yourself. I've made some affirmations to yourself. Just prepare yourself first to finish the year strong, and secondly to begin the year 2026 with a new mindset. But you need that. You need to sit down and ask yourself, what is the type of life you want really? Is your life actually now worthy? Are you conscious about what you're doing and what you don't do? Was your guy Stanley. Meet you in another video. Love you, care for you, and if you don't mind, like and comment. But you got to be conscious about how you spend your days, how you spend your life. You need to be time conscious. You need to be life conscious. Take care of your goals. Take care of your dreams. Keep working hard. And just prepare for 2026. Take the time you need to talk to yourself, to reflect about what is you're going through, and to plan about the future. We got this, bro. Let's go. See you in another video.